Get the upper hand on your competition with SCUF controllers. Use code OGXRAYZ to get 5% off your entire order. Yo guys, what's up? It's XRAYZ. Welcome back to another video. It feels good to be talking to you guys again behind the mic. So the last video I made was an Apex video where I talked about the best weapons that are in Apex Legends. I actually have another video I need to work on for Apex Legends that hopefully might go either up later today or tomorrow. I'm not really sure, but we're definitely going to be working on that. I do want to thank you guys for the people who did watch that guy. I've been kind of dealing with some back issues these past couple of days. I think I just slept wrong. I slept on my stomach, which I think did something to my upper back or near my shoulder blades. I don't know how to describe it, but it was pretty bad, and I'm feeling a hell of a lot better today. So now let's go ahead and talk. There's a lot we need to recap, okay? We got to talk about, first of all, this horrible item shop that you guys are seeing right now in the blackjack market. I mean, come on, more repeats. We did have our twice weekly update today, so we got the Ursini outfit back. We got the Ross Shock. I don't know how to describe it every single time. I've seen it so many times, still can't pronounce it. War Paint, and then also the 5 Elements Gesture, along with these two guys are new as well. And in the special orders, we have another new item. The Horned Viper is back once again. So really nothing much to talk about there, but outside of this, there's actually a hell of a lot to talk about. All right, so as far as the rest of the information goes, we're actually going to be talking about some teasers and stuff that we got here for Black Ops 4 for the next operation, Grand Heist. Now, in this operation, which the name was actually leaked as Grand Heist, they actually talked a lot about, or I should say they teased a lot of stuff about what's going to be coming, and then yesterday dropped late at night, super freaking late at night, wasn't able to make a video, but a video previewing all the weapon balancing and changes that are coming with this big update on Tuesday, which is pretty freaking crazy. So before we jump into what exactly those changes are, because there's a lot, including a Titan nerf, which I think a lot of people are going to be happy with, but let's go ahead and first talk about these teasers. So the first one was actually more teasers. It looks like we're getting some prestiges in Blackout, because we've been getting some teases of some weird patches that Trek has been using in their avatars, and they just seem like they have a Blackout background followed by that little emblem. And if I had to guess, I'd say there's probably going to be prestigious now. Even David Von der Haar has been teasing this when he mentioned, don't mention the changing of the merit system, la di la la la. So it looks like we're getting some sort of prestige system. So even more echelons for people who play Blackout a lot and want to get to the next level and just keep grinding and grinding, because it seems like there's a lot of people who have just been playing but have not been progressing, and it does infuriate them. So it looks like we're getting that. I'm super pumped for that. Not only that, but we actually got information that on Thursday, I believe, or they mentioned on the 21st, which is in fact Thursday, there's going to be an update that does add League play into Call of Duty Black Ops 4. So League play is coming on Thursday, and I believe they mentioned already that there's going to be like a first set where it's not really like full-on League play events, but it's going to be like test stuff while they're working on the full thing. So I think for now it's going to be gauntlets or something like that is what they called them, but it's going to be League play. They're just going to have like shorter events for people to join in, have fun, and obviously this is very exciting for a lot of people. I'm actually kind of pumped too, because it looks like they're going to have short events that you can participate in and you can rank up, and it looks like it's going to be just a lot of fun for people who play Call of Duty Black Ops 4 competitively, or just want to play and see what it's like to play on a professional level. So that's very exciting stuff. Thursday, keep an eye out for that. Now, the other teaser they tweeted out was actually basically the theme for this next operation, which is Grand Heist, and it looks like there's going to be some sort of new additions into Blackout. We have obviously the cop cars that we're looking at. It looked like there were some Mustangs and stuff also in that clip, but it was basically cop cars chasing after a Mustang, and we'll definitely have to see about it. It could be a new mode, it could just be new vehicles, but it looks like there's going to be a kind of cops versus robbers theme, at least in Blackout, and who knows if it'll kind of transition over to the rest of the operation in multiplayer and zombies. And they also are teasing actually a ton of stuff for not only Blackout, but also zombies, and not only zombies, but also multiplayer. And they're going to have a big studio stream on Monday with all the big wigs. Are going to be talking about some of the stuff coming to Black Ops 4 in this operation, and it's very, very exciting stuff. So I'm pumped for that. Blackout also, they have been teasing kind of a standoff and buried new area, which we've been talking about. There was that blueprint that came out, which I made a video on, and there was some teasers saying that one of them was buried, the other one was standoff. So it looks like we're going to be getting those guys also possibly in this Tuesday update. All right, so with that out of the way, I wanted to talk about all the other teasers and stuff that came out, make sure I covered it. Now let's go ahead and talk about this big preview that we're getting for this next weapon balancing. Now, the other thing I want to add before that, in this post from Treyarch, they did mention that now they have solo, close quarter, and frenzy mode, basically. So if you wanted to play that mode, but you wanted to play by yourself solo, they did add it. And we might be seeing more stuff like this in the future, hopefully, where they add more solo, duo versions of other modes that are normally just in quads. So it'd be really cool if they did that, you know, kind of moving forward as well. Anyway, so let's go ahead and talk about this multiplayer tuning preview. So this is what you can expect in that Tuesday update when it comes to weapons. It looks like there's going to be some changes to the ICR on PC only, but for those, they're going to be improving the ADS sway along with improving the hipfire accuracy. For the Rampart, they're going to be improving the ADS sway along with the hipfire accuracy on PC, and then for all of them, they're actually going to be improving the max damage from 37 yards to 41.6 yards. So it's essentially, it's going to be more effective at a longer range. For the KN57, they improved the max damage range from 15.2 to 17.3, and then on PC, they also improved the ADS sway along with the hipfire. For the Vapor XKG, they improved the 5-hit kill range from 34 yards to 50 yards, and they also improved the ADS idle to sway less, so that's really, really cool as well. Looks like most of the assault rifles are getting a little bit of a buff. The only one that seems to be getting a hit is the Maddox. Now it says they reduced recoil stability in first 5 shots in bullet pattern. So essentially, the first 5 shots of your Maddox are going to be a little bit more inconsistent. They're going to have a little bit more recoil, so it's not going to be as accurate. So just for those first 5 shots, it's going to be like that. When it comes to the other stuff, it looks like for Echo Fire Operator mod, they actually have improved the recoil. So if you're using the operator mod, it's going to be a little bit more accurate than it was before. So it kind of is a nerf and also a buff at the same time, which is pretty interesting. For quick draw, they reduced the ADS in speed, so they got a little bit of a nerf as well. They also did it to quick draw 2. To stock, they reduced the ADS move speed. So essentially, they're making it so it's a little bit more accurate with the operator mod, but then it's a little bit way more inconsistent when it comes to the rest. So just watch out for that. It looks like they did a lot more nerfs than they did an actual buff. They reduced the recoil stability for the Edo. For console only, they reduced the max damage range from 23 yards to 20 yards, so another nerf. And then on PC only, they actually also did improve the ADS sway and then the hipfire accuracy. It looks like it's a little bit different here on PC. Submachine gun seems to have gotten a little bit of a buff across the board, apart from the Spitfire, which seems to have gotten itself a little bit of a nerf. But the MX9, they improved its 5-hit kill range from 5.5 yards to 7.6. They improved the ADS in speed. And then on PC, they improved the damage by adding a 5-hit kill range out all the way to 7.6 as well. For the GKS, they improved the 5-hit kill range from 2.7 yards to 5.5 yards, which is almost double. It's actually kind of crazy. Super happy with that. For PC only, they improved the damage of the 5-hit kill range out to 5.5 yards as well. So essentially the same thing. I don't know why they put PC only. For the Spitfire, they reduced the max damage from 9.7 yards to 7.6, so it's not going to be as effective at those medium ranges. The stock, they reduced the ADS move speed, so another nerf there. The extended mags, they also reduced the size of that guy. For fast mags, they reduced the reload speed enhancement, so now it's going to reload a little bit slower. And on PC only, they reduced the hipfire accuracy a little bit. So if you're on PC, that thing's going to be a little bit more kicking when you're just trying to hipfire. Alright, so for the Cordite, they actually says that for the belt feed operator mod, they reduced the overheat cooldown speed. So now it cools down a little bit faster, which I think is pretty cool. For grip, they reduced the recoil stability, so it actually is a little bit less accurate when you're using a grip. And then on PC only, they reduced the hipfire accuracy, which is kind of interesting that they're doing more nerfs on PC than they are on console. As for the SOG 9mm, they reduced the sprint out speed, reduced base movement speed to match some of the other SMGs, so it looks like it caught a little bit of a nerf. For the stock, it says that they reduced the ADS speed, stock 2, same thing, or the move speed. For grip, they also reduced the recoil stability, so it actually got a bit of a nerf all the way across. So Spitfire and SOG getting a little bit of a nerf. Let me know how you guys feel about that. As for the new weapon, the Damon 3XP, they improved its damage range from 6.9 yards all the way to 9 yards, which is very interesting. So it's going to be doing a little bit more damage at a distance. All right, let's move on now to the tactical rifles. The Auger improved ADS speed, improved firing speed. Double tap operator mod, they improved the firing time between shots, so that caught a buff. The The ABR223, they improved the ADS move speed, and they also improved the sprint out speed, also another buff. For the Swordfish, they improved the ADS move speed. For Quick Draw 2, they improved the ADS in speed as well. And then on PC for that weapon, they improved the burst delay, allowing for faster sustained fire rate. So it looks like all the tactical rifles got a bit of a buff. The light machine gun, here we go, what everyone's been waiting for. For the Titan, what do? They reduced the flinch resistance when being hit. They reduced the max damage from 46 to 38. That is pretty huge. So now it's going to basically be a little bit more trash, which I think a lot of people are going to be happy with. And for stock, they reduced the ADS move speed as well, so you're going to be moving slower, and you're not going to be doing as much damage with the Titan, which I think a lot of people are happy with. After that, they move on to the Hades. It says PC only. Crossbar operator mod reduced spread accuracy, so it caught a little bit of a nerf as well. For sniper rifles, the Paladin HB50. For PC only, they improved the rechamber speed, so you're going to be able to reload a little bit faster. For the Outlaw on console only, they improved the firing speed, so it's got a little bit of a faster rate of fire. And on PC, they decided to improve the ADS speed on Quick Draw. For the Bolt Cylinder Operator mod, they decided to reduce the fire rate, and then they fixed a bug that allowed extra damage to the neck when using the Recon Optic. So I didn't know that was a thing, but apparently on PC it was, and they fixed it. Alright, for the Koshka, they improved the ADS sway, so now it is a little bit less sway when you're looking through. On console, they actually, for Quick Draw 2, improved the ADS in speed as well, so you're able to scope in a little bit faster with Quick Draw 2. And then on PC only, they improved the rechamber speed as well, so it's a little bit faster at reloading. As for the pistols, the RK7 got a bit of a buff as well. They improved all the damage ranges a little bit, so it's going to be a little bit more deadly at different ranges. When it comes to the shotguns, the MOG 12, the Dragon Breath Operator mod now does one quick blast of fire damage instead of damage over time. This increases its one-hit kill potential at certain close ranges and is especially effective when paired with choked barrels. So it looks like that got a buff. They improved the max damage range as well from 3.75 yards to 4.1 yards. And then for Quick Draw, they improved the ADS and speed as well. On console, for barrel choke, they actually decided to improve the accuracy, pellet damage, and max damage range. So the MOG 12 got a bit of a buff as well. The SG12 Strobe Light Operator mod, they reduced the luminosity on visual light effects. I'm so happy with this. So the SG12, that little flashlight attachment, gets super annoying, and it looks like they made it a little bit less bright, so you're not as distracted by it. I don't know how some people feel about it, but I felt like that definitely was something that it needed, so I'm really happy with that. All right, let's move on to specialists. Profits, the Seeker actually now can be destroyed in one bullet. So before it took a little bit more, they decided to reduce it all the way, so you have more of a chance to destroy it. They also reduced its detection range against enemies with Cold-Blooded. For Ajax, 9-Bane got a bit of a nerf as well. They reduced the visual opacity of screen flash. The player no longer raises their hands when they're flashed, and players can now change stances while they are flashed by 9-Bane, which is cool. As for general, active specialist weapons now lose all cooldown on round change, as opposed to partial loss previously. So that's actually interesting. I wonder what that means. For equipment, the Frag Grenade increased the damage. For concussion, same thing as 9-Bangs. You no longer raise your hands when you're using the tactical mask, and the new thing on this one is you can actually stun yourself with your own concussion, which is interesting. Acoustic sensor, they decided to reduce the range at which the acoustic sensor can detect enemies, and they reduced the ranges at which enemies with dead silence are detected as well, so it got a little bit of a nerf. For perks, Tactical Mask, players now recover faster after being hit by Tempest. Player will no longer raise their hands when flashed by 9-Bang, no longer provides fire or radiation resistance. So it looks like they changed that one up a little bit. So now you won't resist fire or radiation as much, or they just removed it. But it got a little bit of a buff as well, which I guess is good. I don't know about that fire one, though. For Flak Jacket, fire and radiation resistance moved from tactical to Flak Jacket. So that's what happened with that guy. They decided to move it on over, and it says that they improved Flak Jacket resistance to radiation and burn. Cold-Blooded reduced the range at which enemy Seeker can detect the player with this perk, which they already mentioned before. For Score Streaks, it looks like they did quite a few of stuff here. It looks like for Lightning Strike, they reduced the delay between targeting locations and the jets arriving. For Sentry, they improved the damage. They improved the time that the Sentry will remember a target after losing sight of it. And they improved the range at which the Sentry will detect an enemy within a 360-degree radius, which I'm happy with. It feels like the Sentry gets taken down super easily and doesn't do as much work as it could do, so I'm happy with that. So the Drone Squad, they improved the damage. I felt like a lot of times my Drone Squad didn't really do much, so I'm totally cool with that. Sniper's Nest, they increased the number of rockets required to destroy it. Good. I don't want my stuff getting shot down super quick, and either way, if I'm going to shoot something down, I'm going to be able to do it within 3. So I'm just happy that they give it a little bit more protection. For the Mantis, they improved the explosion damage radius, so that got a buff. The Thresher, they improved the chain gun explosive radius and damage, and they also improved the health of the vehicle to balance damage dealt from an enemy with FMJ2, so now it can take a little bit more damage. For the Strike Team, they improved the awareness radius, and they improved the health regeneration rate at which they improved. So literally, Strike Team in hardcore is just horrible, so I am scared as hell now for this update, but for regular core, it feels like this is a good buff. Alright, so this is actually a pretty big one for the general update. They said that score streak team kills will no longer count towards the team kill kick limit in modes with friendly fire enabled. So if you're playing hardcore and you use your score streak and it killed someone, like Thresher, you know, came down, killed people that were on your team, it's not going to count as against you, which I think is good, because there's a lot of times where I accidentally kill people with my score streaks, and I'm so happy that it won't be counted against me because it wasn't me, it was just my score streaks AI or whatever, so I'm just happy with that. And like I said, the final bit of information, League Play arrives February 21st. Let me know how you guys feel about that. But anyways, guys, there was a ton I needed to talk about. I think I got all of it in here. I'll do my best to make sure that I record this well, edit it well, and upload it to you guys. So if you guys did go on to enjoy the video, make sure you guys do drop a like and a favorite, guys. Super appreciated and incredibly helpful. And if you are new to the channel, if you want to see even more videos like these, I'm going to have a ton more Call of Duty Black Ops 4 news, info, rumors, leaks, and more coming. So make sure you guys are subscribed and have notifications on so you don't miss a single upload here on the channel. And if you do want to support the channel directly, guys can do so by checking out my channel memberships. You get access to early content, exclusive videos, special badges, and a whole bunch more. So go ahead and check that out only if you are willing and able to. If you want to talk about anything, Twitter is the best place to talk. I am constantly talking over there. Go ahead and give me a follow at OGXRAYZ, link down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.